Number one, the biggest thing that I can say, guys, is that Shane's mindset is very unparalleled. By unparalleled, I mean he is driven, he is ambitious, and it hits you like a brick of walls for motivation.
There was points in it when I went, wow, I wish I knew this years ago, even without being in business. I would have done business management in college, but it was never show you what you showed me.
I'd just like to take a second to say thank you to Shane Hynes. Really what he's all about. It's about skilling and growing and what that process looks like in a way that it comes across very clear. And there's just a lot of value, a lot of techniques.
Before I joined, we were doing okay, but just okay. Since I started doing the course, we've actually brought in, I'd say, triple the amount of customers that we've had up to about 2 years ago.
It's opened our eyes in a more positive way, Shane. We're more positive about business, I think.
And that we were stuck in the past, Shane. I suppose it opened my eyes hugely. I learned a lot from it.
And that was the number one thing that I took away from that, is that it wasn't just someone providing me knowledge. It was someone that's saying, like, this is how you need to get things done to get success. And sometimes we do require to have that person to tell us straight up, what's it going to take to have that level of success that we all seek.
It has definitely helped me manage my time a bit better. It has fine-tuned a lot of the behind-the-scenes work, really, So it has definitely been worth my while.
I wanted to do this testimonial video for Shane. Definitely something I can highly recommend. I don't recommend people very easily because I find run your own business, you come across an awful lot of people trying to sell you stuff who don't know what they're doing. And so I'm a former journalist, so I'm very skeptical of everything. And I'm very tough on the people that we work with. But I have to say, Shane really knows what he's doing when it comes to this stuff. I kind of realised that straight away. He's not a BS artist. He knows what he's doing. He hasn't even asked me to do this, but he's a great guy, and I recommend him.
My business has increased twofold, threefold. Shane is very professional, always available.
It has really benefited us in all aspects of our own life and our business life.
Not only was much more beneficial for me workload wise, but it was much more beneficial for my business. People that are extremely serious to have a great kickstart to their businesses, or even the people that have been in business, if they see that their success level has been fluctuating in and out, they are most likely not zeroing in the targets that they need to zero in. So I highly recommend.
I have to say now, it really has brought us on leaps and bounds. We brought in a hell of a lot more business.
Change is very uncomfortable, and we probably would have found that, but yet you have to push through it. And we've made a few changes.
It's all to do with the mindset. Yeah, the mindset. Sometimes just keep doing what we're doing and it'll work out someday, but usually it doesn't. So we have to change. You have to change the time.
I highly recommend this for anybody who's starting a business. The tips that you learn from him, the value that you get, really just been amazing for me, and I highly recommend it for anybody else who is trying to start a successful business.
Without you, we wouldn't have been in this position. We actually feel more established now than what we ever did before. It's phenomenal, to be honest.
So, yeah, I definitely recommend it. We'd be a good bit more expensive than what we are, because as I said to you, we're now in a position to pick and choose, where we were kind of all, basically we're fighting for the leftovers, really.
We have to do what's best for us as a business and what's best for us as a family. We've 3 small kids. We've 3 kids under 7, and just what was going on here last year, say early last year and the year before, it was crazy. Whereas it's so much more settled now. We felt a little bit lost until we came on board with you. For me personally, and I think Alan feels the same, it was probably the best money that we spent.
Definitely, I wouldn't even question it. I'd say go ahead, do it, well worth it.